Shalom, back again. Wasn't planning on coming back this soon, but I had a thought. Several thoughts ran through my mind. I'm gonna give you some precepts. I'm gonna give you some information out of the books of angels, dictionaries of angels, and different things to verify. Earlier on, I was talking about Esau, and as I was doing just some research, I was running across a name called Samuel. I'm not calling you forth. Stay where you at. I'm just teaching on the name. So this name of Samuel, as I'm reading to you, he's the guardian or angel of Mount Seir and the Roman Catholic Church. He also hates Hebrews, and he can be cognated with or equated to being Satan. Then I'm going to read to you. It said this Samuel was also the serpent in the garden that tempted Eve, but the way they told it in the book of the angels, he was the one who brought forth Cain. In the sealed portion, he was the one that brought forth Benelli. You know, a lot of things in these books are from other books and other legends and different things. But I just say go by what the scriptures have said, precepted. But it's interesting. I'm just sharing information. Then, you know how the prophets back in the days, well, everybody else was living their lives. They didn't see the things that the prophets saw. A lot of the prophets saw frightful visions and apparitions and different things that they were shown. And even one time, I believe it was John said, in the body or out of the body, I could not tell. So, based on my own experiences, I'm sharing thoughts with you. Sometimes we probably can be taken away from this temporal existence and living for a time in heavens or spiritual places that other people can't go to. While we're in those other places as prophets, as the Most High is showing us things, it's possible we can be somewhere else thinking we're still in the temporal world while everybody else that's in the temporal world are living their lives, not knowing one way or the other what's going on. Just sharing thoughts. I remember back in 2017 when all this started happening, when the Most High said, put on your seatbelt, I'm with you. He didn't say put on your seatbelt, but otherwise he could have said that. He just said, I'm with you. And then it's a different world than where I come from. Saw a lady who looked like somebody I used to work with. Could have been, could not have been. I could not tell. But she looked like her. But she said something to me when she walked into me. She said, you cheated. I didn't really know what she meant by that. All I said is, the Most High works out everything for my good. I don't know. She said, okay, I can take that. But she said, you cheated. I have no idea what she was talking about. Let me see what I was. And then when I was reading, let me go to 151. Talking about Israel. Further along, Jacob Israel identifies himself as the angel Uriah. In this apocryphum, the patriarch Jacob is an archangel, angelic name Israel, who has entered earthly life from a pre-existent state. There's a whole division of angels called Israel. Let's see. And we all are angels of the presence. Let me see what I'm looking for. Oh, this is a dictionary of angels, including the fallen angels, by Gustav Davidson. Okay, it's not this must be this book. What I'm looking for. This is what started it all for me. So many incredible things have happened. Like literally the Most High coming to visit me in this chariot, which is confirmed in Psalm of Proverb. What was it? Psalm 68 and 4. He rides upon the heavens in his chariot of fire. And then, as I was looking for something else, this popped in my head. And then the thought, what the woman told me, popped in my head. That's why I'm sharing thoughts with you. See if you can see the same thing that popped in my head. Told you about that time when I was sitting on my couch a long time ago. I thought I died. Not died, but departed. People call it death, but we don't die. You just translate. But the lady said when I was walking through Walmart back in the time of 2017 when the gang stalking was at its height, the lady walked through and said, "You cheated." Now I was coming past page 137 of the Encyclopedia of Angels, and that thought came to my mind when I read this. It said immortals, a term used for humans who cheated the angel of death and were taken bodily to heaven by God. Some of these people, such as the prophets Enoch and Elijah, later became angels in heaven. I told you about a dream. I told you I'm just sharing information, man. I'm just sharing thoughts. You ain't got to take. You can take one way or the other. I'm just sharing thoughts. Let me share some with you from the sealed portion, chapter 75. Remember the time I told you that a dream was so real that the Father himself, all I saw in my dream was just his image. But I didn't see all I saw was a white light in my dream. But I could tell he was a man in the form of a man. But all I saw was white light, extremely bright white light. And then he touched me on the forehead. I told you about that dream. But it seemed so real. Just like the other dream I told you, when the angels were coming down there looking for me, and they were asking for me by my temporal name. These things seem so real. The sharing thoughts, though. In the body, out of the body, I cannot tell. The sealed portion, chapter 25, verse 48. And it came to pass that Yahweh sent Enoch out among the people that were not part of his city to preach repentance unto them in an attempt to turn their hearts back to God, so that they would not come into the city of Enoch and destroy it. And Yahweh did this that he might warn the other people of the earth of his indignation, if it so be that they would harm the people of the city of Enoch. But even so, it came to pass that the wicked men came up into the borders of the city of Enoch, and the faith of Enoch was exceedingly great. And when the enemies of his people came upon them, Enoch spoke the word of Yahweh, and the earth trembled, and the mountains fled, and even according to his command. And the rivers of the water were turned out of their course by the cause of the great earthquakes that were commanded by the word of Enoch. And these great floods consumed the enemies of the city of Enoch. And the other people of the nations were established in the other part of the land, felt the rumbling of the earth, and heard the great noise of violence that was taking place in that part of the world. And they were all afraid and dared not to come up upon the Enoch and the people of his city. And the fear of Yahweh was upon all the nations of the earth. And it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Enoch and showed unto him many of the things that had been shown unto the brother of Jared. And this is because of exceeding faith and righteousness before Yahweh. And it came to pass that according to the words of the brother of Jared, he saw that in the spirit world, Yahweh was well aware of the city of Enoch and his righteousness. And Yahweh went unto the Father and described to him the things that were happening on the earth. And he presented unto the Father the righteousness of Enoch and his people. And it was because of this report from Yahweh. And I told you about the time when another dream I had. I'm not trying to compare myself to Enoch, because that wasn't my purpose. I was just sharing thoughts with you and dreams. I told you about that time I was in this big house that I never been in before, but all of a sudden I saw this beam of light just come on out, all come down through the roof of the house. And I went outside, and then it was UFOs parking. And I talked to one that was outside. One of the drivers or the travelers. Just telling you dreams. These are really real dreams I had. Everything I'm telling you is real. In this body, out of the body, I cannot tell. But it was real. And it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Enoch and showed unto him many of the things that should be shown unto the brother of Jared, and this is because of exceeding faith and righteousness before Yahweh. And it came to pass that according to the words of the brother of Jared, he saw that in the spirit world, Yahweh was well aware of the city of Enoch and its righteousness. And Yahweh went unto the Father and described to him the things that were happening upon the earth. And he presented unto the Father the righteousness of Enoch and his people. And it was because of this report from Yahweh that the Father sent some of his angels who had power over elements of this world to watch over Enoch and to do whatsoever Enoch would command. And these angels, who were servants of Yahweh and were also exalted beings, meaning our brothers and sisters who already went. We already found out that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the rest of the ones who already received their exaltation. That's who he sent back from the fourth station. Our ancestors who had went on to the other side. And these angels who were servants of Yahweh, sons, and were also exalted beings like unto the Father, came down upon the earth in disguise. Yeah, they made themselves appear as mortal men, even those who were the most despised among men. Who's the most despised among men? You can say the homeless, but who's most despised? The Negro. Even those who are the most despised among men, that they might not be recognized and discovered. And these watched over the people of Enoch. And when Enoch made a command in the name of Yahweh, these angels of God, the Father, did that thing to the earth which he had commanded. For behold, no mortal man has the body or the ability to exercise control over the elements of the earth. For this power resided only in the knowledge and in the body of an exalted being. For this reason, the Father sendeth angels unawares unto us, that they might do the will of the Father according to the fate of the children of the men have in him. And these same angels were commanded by the Father to prepare the city of Enoch to be taken from among the people of the earth. For behold, the people of Enoch had passed through the days of their probation without sin. And they were ready to inherit the kingdoms of their happiness, which is their glory in the kingdom of the Father. And because they had done all these things, the Father was not restricted in what he could do for them. And these angels caused the deep sleep to come upon all the inhabitants of the city of Enoch. I told you I had that experience, man. I'm just sharing thoughts and dreams that I had that were real. Told you I had a dream I couldn't pull out of it, man. I'm not telling you this was happening. I'm just showing dreams and experiences which I couldn't pull out of it. I was like, going. Because you could pull out of it, but this time I couldn't. I was like, oh, I guess this is it. And I blacked out. But I came back, though. And because they had done all these things, the Father was not restricted in what he could do for them. And these angels caused a deep sleep to come upon all the inhabitants of the city of Enoch. And according to the words of the brother of Jared, they were taken up into the heavens. And the brother of Jared wrote, saying, and I beheld columns of light coming down from the heavens upon the people who were fast asleep in the city of Enoch. And by the power of Yahweh, which is unknown by men, these were lifted out of their beds and out of their houses, anywhere that they had fallen into a deep sleep by the commands of the angels of Yahweh. And these angels caused this great sleep to come upon them by introducing a mixture of elements into the air that was in and around the city of Enoch. And all the people fell fast asleep by breathing this mixture of element that was put into the air by the angels of Yahweh. And these great columns of light were many, and were exceedingly great and wondrous. And upon these beams of light were all the people of the city of Enoch taken up into the heavens. And they were taken to the planet on which our Father dwelleth. And they were still asleep as they rested in the kingdom of the Father. And the eternal mothers of these spirits and also the Father went forth and touched each one. And as these eternal parents touched their spirit children, each awoke and glorified their mothers and the Father. Did you wake up yet? Are you woke in the fullness of the gospel? Each awoke and glorified their mothers and fathers, whom they immediately recognized, having had the veil removed from their minds by the touching of their mothers, and some by the touch of the Father. See, the majority got their awakening by the mothers, but some only the Father touched. Do not hurt the seed, nor the trees, nor the et cetera, until we've sealed the elect, the 144,000, in their foreheads. And the people of Enoch were accepted by the people who lived on the planet with the Father. And they could now understand all things that they had been taught as spirits by the Father. And they could now understand all things they had been taught as spirits by the Father, and also by their experiences during the days of their probation. And many of their mortal relatives who had died were still in the spirit world upon the earth, waiting for the day of their resurrection. But the people of Enoch resided with the Father. And the Father explained unto them that they would not be given a body of exalted flesh and bone at this time, because it was necessary that they one day return unto the earth and be presented to all the world as an example that it is possible to live in mortality and keep all of the commandments of God. So he sent these exalted beings back to be an example to the rest of the people walking around them, who they think is just like them, but they're really the ones the Father sent back to be an example of keeping his commandments to them. And now I am Moroni. Would that you should understand that there are many spirits who would want to believe that the plan of salvation that the Father presented unto us is unfair, and that the Father presented unto us is unfair, and that it is impossible to keep all of the commandments that he has given us. And for this reason, the Father took the people of Enoch unto himself. And one day these shall return once again to the earth and show themselves unto the children of men. And they shall show that they still have mortal bodies. And with these mortal bodies, they shall keep all the commandments of God. And then shall the wicked see them and know that it is possible to do all things whatsoever the Father has given us to do. And then they shall have no excuse for their wickedness. Then we were talking about Esau. Ezekiel 35. Prophesy against Mount Seir, son of man. Who is Mount Seir? Sam M. A.L. Satanel. This is page 255 from this book. Study to show yourself approved. I'm just giving you information. Of course, we only go by the scriptures in our Holy Bible or our books, the Book of Mormon and the sealed portion, but this comes from all types of books, but I'm just reading it to you of what it says about Samuel not calling you forth. Remain where you are. This is for informational purposes. Samiel, Satanel, Samuel, Satan, Seer. Prophesy against Mount Seir, son of man. Prophesy against Samuel, son of man. Prophesy against Satanel, son of man. Prophesy against Samuel, son of man. Prophesy against Satan, son of man. Samuel, a combination of Sam, meaning poison, and El, meaning angel. In rabbinic literature, Samuel is chief of the Satans and the angel of death. That's why wherever we go, he brings death. This Esau character, who is Mount Seir, who is Seir. In rabbinic literature, Samuel is chief of the Satans and the angel of death. In the secrets of Enoch, Enoch 2, he is the prince of demons and a magician. That's what did they say about Japheth? Samuel has been regarded both as evil and good. That's why the Most High said he's going to cause them to help us build Zion. Say kings and queens shall be our nursing mothers and fathers. The remnant of them, the ones he's going to use to help us. For your consideration. He going to kill the rest because they too evil. In rabbinic literature, Samuel is chief of the Satans and the angel of death. In the secrets of Enoch, Enoch 2, he is the prince of demons and a magician. Samuel has been regarded both as evil and good, as one of the greatest and as one of the foulest spirits operating in heaven. Foul. On earth and in hell. On the one hand, he is said to be chief ruler of the fifth heaven. In Jewish legendary lore, his residence is usually placed in the seventh heaven, one of the seven regions of the world served by 2 million angels. On the other hand, he is that great serpent with 12 wings that draws after him in his fall, the solar system. So see Revelations 12. Samael is also the angel of death, one of the number of such angels whom God sent to fetch the soul of Moses when the lawgivers' days on the earth came to an end. Remember, Michael had to battle with him over the body of Moses. Talmud, Yalkut 1:10 speaks of Samuel as Esau's guardian angel. Sota 10b speaks of Samuel as Edom's Sar, angelic prince guardian. In the sayings of Rabbi Elazar, Samuel is charged with being the one in the guise of a serpent who tempted Eve, seduced her, and became by her the father of Cain. In the Zohar, Vayishla 170b, Samuel is the dark angel who wrestled with Jacob. The same thing the Book of Mormon says. And he called him Esau. Samuel is the dark angel who wrestled with Jacob at Peniel. Although Michael, Uriel, Metatron, and others have been identified as this antagonist. And others have been identified in this as antagonist. And Samuel is also equated with Satan, with the Satan. Example, the adversary. So in other words, got a lot of support to call the white man the devil. So Farrakhan then went lying. And I'm not supporting Islam and them, but they knew something before we knew it. And others have been identified as this antagonist. Samuel is also equated with the Satan, i.e. the adversary, who tempted David to the number of Israel. Reference 1 Chronicles 21. Targum Jonathan to the prophets renders Genesis 3 and 6 as, and the woman saw Samuel, the angel of death. This verse is translated in the paraphrase of Job 28 and 7 as the path of the tree of life, which Samuel, who flies like a bird, did not know, and which the eye of Eve did not perceive. In Wait, the Holy Kabbalah, page 255, Samuel is characterized as the severity of God, and is listed as fifth of the archangels of the world of Bria. Here he corresponds to the Sephirah, Gubara, Cornelius, Agrippa. 3 books of occult philosophy equate Samuel with the Greek god Typhoon. Barak III, 3 and 4 mentions the angel Samuel. In Charles, the ascension of Isaiah 4, verse 7, occurs this passage. And we ascended to the firmament, and I and he, example Isaiah and his escorting angel, a very glorious one, not named, but compared with the angel that Abraham encounters in the Apocalypse of Abraham. And there I saw Samuel and his host. And there was great fighting therein. And the angels of Satan were envying one another. It is clear here that Samuel and Satan are interchangeable. Esau and Satan is interchangeable. In Longfellow's extensive poem, The Golden Legend, when the rabbi asked Judas Iscariot why the dogs howl at night, the answer is in the rabbinical book, it says, the dogs howl when it is icy breath. Great Samuel, the angel of death, takes through the town his flight. In fiction, Red Samuel, the seducer, father of the hero, is a character in Cabal, the devil's own dear son. Cabal calls Samuel the youngest and the most virile of the 72 princes of hell, a red-headed rogue who had made his reputation some centuries ago with both Eve and Lilith. To Cabal, Samuel belongs to the order of Seraphim and is the first of the art critics. Let me go somewhere else real fast. Once again, I'm not promoting all these other tales. I'm just sharing information. But it suffices to say that Esau is the devil. That's who you're dealing with. Trying to get some more information I shared in the comment section of the video I just made a moment ago. I don't give Esau, Satan, I don't give them no credit. Because, of course, he already said they got authority over their internets and different things. That's the prince of the power of the air. But we got authority over all the men. So I'm not gonna give him no credit because he can he already told you do sorcery and tricks. That's what he do. But I operate in power. I don't need tricks. The words I speak is power. That I get from my Father. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 239, Samael, a fallen angel who has a strong hatred for the Hebrew. What did he say about Esau? Because you have a perpetual hatred for Jacob. That's what the Father said. Because you've had a perpetual hatred for Jacob, I'm going to kill you. I'm just making the short story of it all. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 239, Samael, a fallen angel who has a strong hatred for the Hebrews. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 239. Samael is one, in one legend, records the misdeeds of Israel so they can be accused before God. He's the accuser. The Sumerians call him the bright and poisonous one. In Kabbalah, he is one of the unholy seraphs. In rabbinical lore, he is the angel of death. He is sometimes equated with Satan. Variations of the name Samael are S-A-M-M-A-E-L or S-A-M-A-E-L or S-A-M-U-E-L. And then, like I told you before, 2 Nephi 28:30, Book of Mormon. For behold, thus says Yahweh the highest, I will give unto the children of Israel line upon line and precept on precept. Here a little and there a little. And blessed are those who hearken unto my precepts, and lend an ear unto my counsel, for they shall learn wisdom. For unto him that receiveth I will give more, and from them that shall say, we have enough, from them shall I take away even that which they have. Lamentations 4:21-22. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto you. You shall be drunken and shall make yourself naked. The punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He said, your punishment from me for your Jacob's trouble is over. That's why I'm telling you to get away from Esau. Because now it is their time to be punished. Meaning, don't take on Esau's ways. That's what he come out of her. The punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry you away into captivity. He will visit your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover your sins. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 239, Samael, an angel from the seraphim class, ruler of Mars. Now, who else say they come from Mars? The Moors. He is also said to be the angel who wrestled with Jacob at Peniel. In the sayings of Rabbi Eliezer, he is the serpent who tricked Eve in the Garden of Eden, Esau. Remember, he came across the water to America. And formed clones. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 231. The guardian angel of Rome is Samael. Page 240. Samael, a variation of the name Samuel. Obadiah 1, verse 1 through 21. The vision of Obadiah. Thus says Yahweh the highest concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made you small among the heathen. You are greatly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though you exalt yourself as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, this will I bring you down, says Yahweh. If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how are you cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to you, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? All the men of your confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you. They that eat your bread have laid a wound under you. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, says Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of Mount Esau? And your mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Most High just say he gonna kill the devil. That's what he's gonna do. For your violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. In the day that you stood it on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even though was as one of them, even you was as one of them. But you should not have looked on the day of your brother in the day that he became a stranger. Talking about Jacob. Neither should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should you have spoken proudly in the day of his distress. You should not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. It's basically saying the same thing Ezekiel 35 is saying. But you got to precept these whole scriptures together, not just one verse. Neither should you have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress, the day of his trouble, Jacob's trouble. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As you have done, it shall be done unto you. Your reward shall return upon your own head. For if you have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be a holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, own them and their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's what we're doing right now. We're setting your ass on fire with this word. Exposing all your lies. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For Yahweh has spoken it. He just put his autograph on it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead, and the captivity of his host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Shephar, shall possess the cities of the south. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau. And the kingdom shall belong to Yahweh. Isaiah 28, 10 through 13. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will this people speak. Will he speak to his people? To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest. You ain't got to worry about it. When you do it this way, you can rest assured it's truth. You can rest in this. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing. Yet they would not hear. But the word of Yahweh was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backwards and be broken and snared and taken and taken. He said, because you wouldn't hear, you're going to do like when they came up on Messiah in the Garden of Gethsemane. Who are you looking for? Jesus of Nazareth. They fell backwards. What you reading is who you looking for in these scriptures? Because you won't hear the method he told you to hear, he said you're going to fall backwards and be snared, broken, snared, and taken. The Encyclopedia of Angels, page 266. Red Planet, Angel of the Samael. Ezekiel 35. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus says Yahweh the highest. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against you, and I will stretch out my hand against you, and I will make you most desolate. I will lay your cities waste, and you shall be desolate, and you shall know that I am the Lord. Because you have had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, their Jacob's trouble, in the time of their iniquity had an end. The time that their Jacob's trouble was over, you continue to trouble. You continue the trouble. Why? Because you the devil. You just a bunch of devils. That's what you are. Therefore, as I live, says Yahweh the Mighty One, I will prepare you unto blood, and blood shall pursue you. Since you have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue you. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In your hills and in your valleys and in your rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make you perpetual desolation. And your cities shall not return, and you shall know that I am the law. Because you have said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. Whereas Yahweh was there, that's why he said we're gonna possess you and everything you got. And he already told you only way that a remnant of you gonna get out of it is you're gonna have to give back 4 times what you taken before he take it from you. Because after you take it from you, he gonna kill you. But you can come and bring it now while you got a chance and help Israel build Zion. I already instructed you to go ahead and build this location in Riverside. Just get a big old piece of land. It's out there. Put on there all brand new homes, all the amenities, all the solar, free energy, everything, movie theaters in there, and roads and paved out on the land so I can ride my scooter around and people ride their motorcycles and bikes and different things. Everything that we can ever want to need. We don't even have to leave there if we don't want to, although we got the right to go anywhere we want to go. And we don't even want you on the land. We want you to live somewhere where you live at, but don't live among us, but live a little, few places away from us. Yeah, but y'all send a couple of y'all every now and then to make sure everything is running right and whatever we need. Don't call us, we'll call you when we need you. Because you have said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Yahweh was there. Therefore, as I live, says Yahweh the highest, I will even do according to your anger and according to your envy, which you have used out of your hatred against them. Salmiel hates the Hebrews. We just read that in the book of Angels. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged you. And you shall know that I am the law, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which you have spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me, and I have heard them. Thus says Yahweh the highest, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make you desolate, as you did rejoice at the inheritance. Why do I say I want you living with us or dwelling with us? Because he says in the time when he comes on the earth, you're not going to live with him either. You're going to come up every year to the Mount of Israel, of Jerusalem, to keep the holy days. And if you don't come up, you ain't going to get no rain. And then he said, if you don't serve us, he gonna kill you. Isaiah, I'm gonna give you different versions. Isaiah 60 and 12, English Standard Version. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Those nations shall be utterly laid waste. Isaiah 60 and 12, King James Version, 1900. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Isaiah 60 and 12, New Living Translation. For the nation that refused to serve you will be destroyed. Isaiah 60 and 12, New King James Version. For the nation and kingdom which shall not serve you shall perish, and those nations shall be utterly ruined. Isaiah 60 and 12, New Century Version. That nation or kingdom that does not serve you will be destroyed. It will be completely ruined. Isaiah 60 and 12, American Standard Version. For that nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Isaiah 60 and 12, 1890 Darby Bible. For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve you shall perish, and those nations shall be utterly wasted. Isaiah 60 and 12, God's Word Translation. Nations and kingdoms that do not serve you will be destroyed. The nation will certainly be ruined. Isaiah 60 and 12, the Holman Christian Standard Bible. For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve you will perish. Those nations will be annihilated. Isaiah 60 and 12, the New Revised Standard Version. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Those nations shall be utterly laid waste. Isaiah 60 and 12, the Lexham English Bible. For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve you shall perish, and the nation shall be utterly devastated. Isaiah 60 and 12, New International Reader's Version, 1998. The nation and the kingdom that will not serve you shall be utterly destroyed. It will be completely wiped out. Isaiah 60 and 12, New American Standard Bible, 1995 update, NASB 95. For the nation and the kingdom which will not serve you will perish, and the nations will be utterly ruined. They all saying the same thing. Isaiah 60 and 14. The children of your oppressors will come bowing before you. All who despise you will bow down at your feet and will call you the city of the law, Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Like I said, my job is not to threaten people. I don't do that. All I do is say what he say. If you don't like it, you gotta deal with that. It's gonna happen. So you might as well go ahead and start figuring out how you're gonna get to us 4 times what your ancestors have taken. That's the only choice. That or he gonna destroy you. Don't take my word for it, take his. I've been saying it for so many times now to tell you to cease and desist from your bad faith actions, but you won't stop. But that's not gonna change his word. That's you just giving him more reason to keep his word. And he don't lie. So, until next time, there you go. You got it. Take heed. Shalom to the righteous.